What's up, guys? This is Big Russ with Road Trippin' RC, and today we're getting this bad boy painted. A lot of you commented that that's not a Jeep grill, it's a Toyota grill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slats. You guys have got me. I didn't grow up around Toyotas. I grew up around Jeeps, so that's what I saw. But it will get painted. I might paint the other grill. Don't know. Have to do a quick disassembly on it. Find the right driver. Work the glass out, and I'll be right back. All right, so it's been a couple minutes for me, a second for you guys. I got the glass out. If you're gonna paint one of these, pinch the glass in the corner here, push down, pinch in the corner, push down, and then just pop the front out. Nice smoked. I know it looks almost black, but as you can see, nice smoked windshield and glass will help hide your electronics, so not the end of the world. And for this project, I am literally using blue 3M 320 grit sandpaper. We're not going crazy here, we're just scuffing it up, right? Just something for the paint to bite to. Notice I'm not going crazy. I'm just barely using any paper. We're not trying to go, you know, concourse show winning perfect here. We're just trying to give the paint a chance to do its thing. And what am I going to do about the details on this truck? Fold the paper. Fold the paper, get in there. It'll work, I promise. I promise you it's not gonna kill it. And I will say, scuffing up the graphics make them look better. Okay, so if you're like me and you don't care for the graphics on the truck, hit them with some 320 grit. Hit them with something. I have a color picked out. You're gonna have to wait to see it. I think you're gonna dig it. It's an old color. It's not a Toyota color. Again, I grew up in the South. Toyotas weren't that popular around me. I say that. Camrys were popular. 4Runners, always popular. But like Toyota pickups, outside of like the early 2000s and when they came out with the mid-size Tacoma, they really weren't all that popular in terms of like off-road stuff. Mini trucks, I grew up around those, always cool. But I do have a soft spot for some of the older trucks. Just, they're cool. They have character, they have style. And I can smell the plastic. God. I don't know what kind of plastic they used, but it does not smell good. I'm not burning through it, guys. I'm just scuffing and shooting. Like, that side came out even better. So, cab done. Took a couple minutes. Still on the first piece of paper I ripped off, because we're just scuffing it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to use 320 grit. You could use a sanding sponge. You could use, you know, whatever you got. Definitely don't go under like 300 grit, or you're just gouging the paint. And yeah, we're just scuffing it up, getting it all nice and crunchy, so we got something for the paint to stick to, because it is slick. Didn't take long at all. This whole thing is coming together really quick. Now, when I get done scuffing this up, I'm gonna take it to the sink, rinse it off, take it outside to dry, and we'll pick up after it's dry and I'm ready to lay down some color. So, we're doing another DupliColor paint job. This is Harvest Gold, and it's like an old Ford color. I wasn't really digging the desert sand from Toyota. It was a little too modern feel. I remember growing up in the 90s, these Ford Golds were everywhere. So we're gonna flip the camera around and throw down some paint. So this is 2 coats of paint. I'm not worried about trash getting in it or anything like that, because it is going to get beat up. As you can see, I got a little fisheye on the hood. Again, not worried. The grill I will detail out with some like Sharpies and my chrome pins. The bedsides came out looking fantastic, and it's hard to see, but there is just this beautiful little metal flake to it. So yeah, again, I'm not going for like a show winning paint job. I do think if I did enter this rig in like a scale comp rig, I would get points for the paint job, and it looks great. We'll finish doing detail work on the accessories, like the fender vents. I will paint the door handles chrome because it looks good. Detail out the grill, because let's face it, I've never seen one color matched ever. So I will like black out the grill, chrome out the headlight surrounds, so when I put the LEDs back in, they look right. As far as lenses go, I don't know if I'm gonna do lenses, but we'll see. So stay tuned. I'll put this back together and get it set back up on the truck, and we'll see how it looks. May have to buy me another TRX4M chassis to build and run it. I don't know. Probably not. Probably won't. So stay tuned, guys. It'd be like 2 seconds, whatever. All right, so the paint's dry. We can start reassembly. So as you can see, the glass is a tight fit to get back in, but once it's in, it just pops in. And then there's 4 screws to hold it in per Injora. Not overly stressed about it because it was held in just fine with pressure. But I am going to throw a couple in just to keep it from rattling around and whatnot. If I can get it out of the screw tray. And I gotta say, this color looks fantastic. I can still see some scratches in the paint. It's gonna be hard to see on camera. If you get the light just right, you can still see some of the graphic. Again, I'm not worried about it. It's gonna get scratched up and banged up and beat up and all that fun stuff, so whatever, right? So as you can see, there's 4 screw holes. The gouges in the roof are from me trying to get the glass out. And you know, it's such an easy kit to build, guys. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed this, stripping it down, painting it. Like I said, it's not perfect, and I don't want it to be perfect because I'm gonna go scratch it up, and if it's all pretty and nice, I'm not gonna scratch it up. So, you know, there's that. As far as the assembly goes, it's simple. We'll put the bed cage on first before I start putting everything else together. Just because it seems like the smart thing to do. Let's see, there's the screw hole. And just so you guys can see what it looks like without the bed sides, it does look really cool. Pop the grill back off because it does make it easier to get into these screws. And I'm using a Ramp Crab RC driver, so you can see the size difference here. Like, this is a standard driver. The Ramp Crabs are smaller, and then this cap on the end twists, making it a lot more comfortable and easier to do up all these little tiny screws. So if you were going for, you know, the cageless or the bed cage look, or, you know, whew, that looks sharp. Guys, I am excited about this. So cage, where's the chassis? Like, let's get this out of the way. Like, that's not a bad look, guys. No bedsides, not a bad look. Obviously, you would use shorter screws here. These are the ones that are meant for the bedsides. So, let's get this thrown back together. You get some beauties. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So, I've done a little detail work on it. I'm still debating. Do we go bedless? Which does look really cool. I still got to paint the fender vents and detail them out. It's gonna be hard to tell on camera, but I added a little chrome paint to the door handle, added the mirrors in, and there's still some work to get them right. I added some chrome paint to the mirrors, but let's get it sitting right. That's what it looks like. Gold, the Harvest Gold. Not feeling the white wheels. Was never really feeling the white wheels. So we'll probably do something to change that. As you can see, I added some chrome paint to the grille and the headlights. I will black out the inserts on the grille. And I think it looks really good. I am so happy with this color. God. I mean, it explodes in the light in the right way. It's not this super bright color that I was not wanting. It seems period correct for this style truck. And I mean, man, you see how it just has that nice slight shift to it. This looks like something that I would have seen growing up. As far as the chassis goes, I'm still thinking about planning on running it on the Gladiator build. I think it looks better. My biggest issue was it fitting on the Traxxas chassis that it was designed for. Guys on Facebook are like, make sure you got your mounted the right way or it's not going to fit. I've got it the right way. It doesn't fit. We will probably run magnets on this body, at least on the front. I'm not upset. I mean, if you're looking for a cool body for less than 50 bucks, you can't go wrong with this. I did get more than the IR40, and the IR40 does look really good. And I almost picked one of those up for this build. And then they came out with this, and it's just perfect for what I was wanting. It is a comp truck. It is a comp rig. Yeah, what can I say? This is a great look. And I mean, the details, you know, the filler cap, the door handles. Where are my fender vents? They're somewhere on my work mat. They're around here. Promise. I haven't lost them. They're right in front of me. Like the sheer detail work on this is fantastic. These will look really good painted black against this gold. I'm not going to clear coat it. I'm just going to let it get scratched up, beat up. As you can see, It's going to be hard to see, but you can still see some of my scratch marks in the body, and I'm fine with it. It looks good. It looks like this truck has been through some mess. So let me know what you guys think. Should we run bedless? Should we run a bed? Give me some ideas on wheels. Huge fan of DJ Crawler. And I mean, like, that's not a bad look. Okay? These black 8-hole bead locks are not a bad look. It looked good with the wheels on my Bronco. We'll slide this back in. Tuck that. Because it is, like, that's not a bad look, right? I mean, full disclosure, if I have to, I will. The big issue that I have is it doesn't line up on the front, and this is all the way in and the rear is all the way in, and it doesn't line up. So yeah, so this is the update on the IR60. The next update on this will be the new electronics, possibly wheels and tires on the chassis. I've got to do something about my suspension. I am not happy with the stink bug stance, because these shocks are supposed to be mounted back here, and it doesn't sit the way I need it to sit. The front is fine. The front is fine aside from my angle. I've got to adjust that somehow, and we'll figure that out in the next video. Again, I'm Big Russ. This is Road Trippin' RC. Get out there, have some fun, and stay safe, guys. I'll catch y'all in the next video.